Jessica learned grit and perseverance from early years in show business. The actress and businesswoman has taken control over her roles both in front and behind the camera, teaching her children to do the same. Making it in Hollywood can pose challenges for up-and-coming actors, and for stars like Jessica Alba, the early stages of her career left her in survival mode. In a recent interview with People, the actress and businesswoman shared how her perspective on show business has changed over the years and the impact it has on her role as a parent. The 43-year-old, who is starring and executive producing her new Netflix film, Trigger Warning, said she wasn't always picking the best roles when first starting out. "You're just so happy to be there, and it's like, did the check clear? And there's a desperation like, please God, I need this job." In contrast to what she now knows, Ms. Alba regrets at the time not having more creative control over her environment behind the scenes. "You're just taking roles to survive, which teaches grit and perseverance, but I do wish I would have had the skill set and the wherewithal to write and to know about writing and directing and producing earlier in my career." Podcast, the actress said while being portrayed in that manner was not ideal, it forced her to be strategic in her thought process about longevity in the business. "Think that no matter what role, whether I was doing like a dance movie, inspire young girls like Honey, or if I was Dark Angel, where I was a genetically engineered, like Superhuman, or if I was Sue Storm, who was a very maternal kind of superhero, they would always feel like they needed to sell me to the fanboys in a certain way. And it wasn't just me, it was all of us right at the time." As a result, Ms. Alba set boundaries for herself and has notably taken a stance against doing nude scenes throughout her films or shows. In hopes of avoiding being just eye candy, she also recalls balancing between features in both men's and women's magazines. "There were 2 or 3 of these men's magazines that we would all do to, try and get those fanboys to go and show up and watch whatever it is that we were selling. But I would always try to do 3 to 4 women's magazines, so for every one guy's, I would do 3 to 4 women's to try and keep the balance there." Ms. Alba, who shares 3 children with her husband Cash Warren, is not opposed to her kids following in her famous footsteps, and if so, now has a better understanding of how to support their dreams. "The thing is, I think if you tell your kid anything, they're going to do the opposite, right? So I try not to have too strong opinions one way or another." Ms. Alba is also the co-founder of The Honest Company, which creates safe, clean, and sustainable baby, household, and beauty products. Despite stepping down as Chief Creative Officer back in 2021, she hopes to set an example for her children to take on leadership positions in the industry. If they do want to be a performer, then being able to be a producer and a writer, or a director. "I think having that leadership role is really important to the art and be part of the art in a way where they feel like they can have more autonomy and there's more dignity," she added.